We live in a pretty interesting world. Like, you look at the world we are in right now, and you must really think it's a bizarre world, and I have all the reasons to think that. And one of those reasons is quite funny. You see, you have this type of people that get super offended and super uppity because there are mods that make certain video game characters a little bit hotter than they should be, or they were, or they give them a different outfit, or I don't know, maybe you have like in Street Fighter 5 or 6, you have nude mods. Whatever the case might be, you understand what I mean. These people will get very upset and will try to fight you and take you down everywhere just because you have a female character that shows a little bit more skin than they should. But these same types of individuals will also defend women's right to sex work and will say nothing about the spam of OnlyFans bots or OnlyFans thoughts using TikTok as a platform to move subscribers. At first, I couldn't help but wonder what zealotry can push somebody to defend the rights of pixel women and save them from objectification while not doing the same to all the young women that are ruining their lives. Now, of course, this whole mentality of defending the rights of pixel women comes with an interesting double standard, and it's the usual double standard where the male can be objectified as much as you please, while the women shouldn't ever be, even going as far as to get mods removed. But that's more on Capcom, and we all know Capcom's on that EGS money. It's just gobbling it down its throat at this point. So I still wondered for a long while, what was the point of it? What moved people like that? Now, I blame the Christian mentality in which their own fictitious world is more real to them than, well, the real world. And I personally think that's a pretty good point, especially when you consider how screwed up the whole pandemic and lockdown situation really locked in people in their own houses, locked them in their own minds, and more importantly, locked them on the internet for quite a while. You see, it kind of works to use the Christian example, but at certain points it fails. Because here's the thing. Christians still thought about women, as disturbing as that may be right now, but he still thought about real women, not pixel ones. And when you compare that to how these people are treating real women like they're made of pixels and pixel women like they're real, and it doesn't really work that well. There's also another possibility to consider, that their material is mostly based upon animations, 3D, 2D, whatever you want to say, and that's why they think those are more real, basically porn frying their brains up. It's a pretty good argument in my opinion, because you will always see that. You will always see these people defend pixel women like they're more than just pixels. Maybe in their strange, deranged mind, they are expecting Ashley from Resident Evil to come and thank them personally for fighting against that awful mod that made her nude in the game. I get it sounds ridiculous, but the whole concept of fighting for the virtue of the video game characters is ridiculous. Now, of course, we can also blame our dear beloved EGS for this, because it's been ruining things for quite a while now. Not only thanks to the companies that want to gobble up that money so badly, but also thanks to what those companies spawned. And they spawned something disturbing. Shills. You see, shills will defend something to the end of the earth. Hell, I should know, I was a Blizzard shield for a part of my life. They will defend things to the end of the earth, and nothing the company does will ever be bad. It's quite an amusing thing to see. I'm expecting most normal people don't really know how this works and might find the whole situation ridiculous, but to the mind of a shill, Capcom taking down a mod that has nothing to do with their image at all is righteous, is virtuous. It's how it should be, because Capcom agrees with them. The best members of the resistance are always supported by big companies. And, well, the members of the resistance also agree with the company. They agree with each other. And because of that, they are virtuous. They are right. And you do not get your mod publicly out there. Because the virtue of pixel women, their virtue, their sanctity, is more important than your enjoyment. These hijab flailing crusaders just can't wait to put a big piece of garment on all your characters to change them. If they could, they would possibly go back in time and do it to your old characters such as Lara Croft. Of course, the problem is they don't really have access to time traveling technology, so the best you get, or the best they get, is covering up said characters in reboots and remakes and remasters, all that suck and are made to eat all your money up for nostalgia's sake. Because those pixel women, they deserve to be saved. Now, of course, the hijab crusaders didn't manage to save them in the 90s or the 2000s, but they can do it now. Now they can do it by constantly complaining and making sure to tingle all those EGS buttons to big companies so they know what to push and do, despite not really making a profit out of those said products. They'll still do it, and they'll still fight for the rights of pixel women. Maybe because pixel women lack autonomy, but also because they're not real, they need to be defended the most, while also showing to the world how virtuous and progressive and open-minded you are by supporting the rights of prostitutes, walking in the middle of the street and doing their job as they would in a forest or on the highway. And let's not get into the whole idea of the safe edginess that we live in. The safe horniness in this case. Oh, tall woman, step on me, mommy, big muscle, mommy, yes, the bear. Every weird fetish will be shown as this, oh, it's so funny, haha. Well, normal things will be thrown to the side and we're gonna act like it's eek, it's icky, no touching, no, real women that look like real women and not bodybuilders? No, we can't have that. How about you do it to dude that turns into a bear? That's safe, horny. That's gonna mark all those check boxes where they should be. So of course, when something more risque comes in, and it usually comes in from Japan, these hijab crusaders throw their arms up and prepare for another jihad against the infidels that will bring big breasts into the world of video games. Because those rights, the rights of that anime girl that's jiggling her gigantic bonkers everywhere because it's a Japanese game and those are triple X cups. The rights of that character are important. They should be defended. You are not allowed to objectify that character, that animu character out there. But bro, you should totally get that OnlyFans subscription, yeah? The hypocrisy would be funny if it wouldn't be so stupid. Okay, granted, it's quite hilarious, to be honest. And it's hilarious because if you go out and you confront these people on this double standard, on this hypocrisy, you don't really know how to answer that. And it's mostly because shields, ESG shields, that support all this safe horniness and things, don't really have a proper answer. They're not programmed to respond back with a normal argument like a normal human being would. They would just hit with something generic or something from their programming. And it's usually gonna be something dumb that makes no sense, much in the same way their defense of pixel women don't really make sense. But hey, I'm sure this random animu character will come and thank you personally for defending her against the objectification of all those weeps that just bought their dakimakuras and their statuettes in which they can undress it. I'm sure she will be very happy. And if you're lucky, for defending the virginity, the sanctity, and the rights of this animu character, she might let you score. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.